Hello everybody, today I'm going to see if we can take this belt, and as you can see it's a Allen Edmonds belt, calf skin, and we're going to see if I can get this thing to looking nearly new again. It's obviously seen better days, okay? Let's go. Hello everybody, it's Robert Powers.
4.5 out of 5.
My shoe collection. Some stains there. Let's get a nice lather. Here is the finished product.
I'm not a professional.
How tight this is though.
A pair of Allen Edmonds torn apart. That to me is a proper mirror shine.
So here it goes. And here they are finished up. By the way, I've already done another video on how to find good belts cheap, and so this one I'm not going to go into all those details about it, but in short, you know, belts, I think sometimes once people get into dress shoes, belts get very easily overlooked, you know, because they're not very glamorous, but you know, the number one thing is just matching the belt color to your shoes. You know, then second to that is starting to get nice belts. Now, if you know my channel, or you know, if you know shoes at all, you know Allen Edmonds. There is some discussion today. This is February of 2019. There's been some discussion about whether they're maintaining their quality or it's going down. But Allen Edmonds is known for high quality materials, shoes and belts. And this particular belt here, you can see right there, it says it's made of calf skin. It's made in the USA. It's my size there, 36. You can see this is the color, the original color of it right there. Kind of a nice medium brown. It has no broguing, just nice stitched. But when you look at the outside, especially when you get into the higher wear areas, you can see this thing's definitely seen better days, okay? So I'm going to see if we can't clean this thing up. And I think what I'm going to actually do with this is, because of the leather itself is in really good condition, and that's why I purchased it, okay? You know, so there's no cracks in the leather. It's very dry, as you can see, right? But the leather itself is in good condition. It's just it's worn and some of the color has come off. So I'm going to see if we can't re-dye that. And by the way, I picked it up here for not even the $3 that you see there. It was a half off day, so I actually got it for $1.50, right? So I spent more on lunch than I did this belt. So okay, so I kind of tried something on a little tiny spot here first, and I was kind of thinking of this off camera. I was just assuming that this discoloration is so bad that it needs to be re-dyed. All I did was I put a little bit of the Saphir, and this is the Renovateur, okay? And this is basically a moisturizing, you know? I have no idea. It says mink oil, right? Based, right? Saphir. Renovateur. I mean, pretty much all of the best shoe leather, you know, people in the world, shoemakers and everything, you know, say that Saphir is the best. But let's just try another spot on this, okay? So let me see if I can. So I'm gonna move the camera a little more down here. So I'll take a little bit on just a rag here that I use for this kind of stuff. Got a little bit on there, and let me just start right here in one of the bad spots. If you've watched my other Good Belts Cheap video, I had a belt, the Johnson & Murphy full grain belt, that was a little discolored, and it worked on that too. See, look at that. I may not even have to re-dye this thing. Let me keep going on this. I may fast forward on this, and let's see how it looks. I really didn't want to moisturize it if I was going to dye it, because I feel like it's senseless to moisturize, you know, then to clean something with alcohol and use alcohol dye. But if this works, obviously, there's no sense in dyeing it. I just assumed it was too bad. So I'm going to go ahead and let this dry. Okay, so now that the Renovateur moisturizing cream has had a chance to set in, it's much better. It's not perfect, but I'm going to treat this just like I would a shoe that looked like this. And this is tan. It's a little lighter color. I can always darken it up. I have some black. I don't have a medium brown in the Saphir cream polish, so I'm going to use a Saphir cream polish next. This is just an old t-shirt. By the way, can you see right here? Right there. Solid brass. So what that means is the end of this buckle won't have the color peeling off, right? So it's another sign of a really good belt, okay? So I'm gonna let that set up and I'll brush it off. Okay, just gonna go ahead and take a small horsehair brush here. I have one for lighter colors, one for darker. I'm going ahead and use the one for lighter. Just had a few minutes to set up. I've also got a little bit of a tanner's blend here. If you've watched my other video, Leather Talk with Phil Callis from Ashland Leather Company and Horween Leather Company. This is what they use actually at the Horween Leather Company. It's actually the same compound. So I'm going to try some of this just because you can see some of the, I don't know what you call it, inside the wrinkles there, a little bit different coloration. So I'm just going to, I don't think this can hurt, but we're going to see what this does. Okay, so it's all finished. I'm really surprised at how nice this came out. I was really expecting to have to dye this thing, right? But it really came out nice. There's some variation in the color here. You can see it's not completely 100%, you know, one color. But by the way, natural materials really aren't supposed to be. There's a term called patina. Patina refers to a change in color of natural materials due to use and age, right? And natural materials like the Statue of Liberty, you know, the copper turns green, that's patina. So you'll see there's a variation, and that's one of the ways you can actually tell high quality leather from low quality leather. And I'm not going to go into detail in it here because I've already done it in the Good Belts Shown video, where you can see here it says the Allen Edmonds, and then where is it? So made in USA, that's awesome. That's obviously very good. Calf skin, right? So calf is obviously a young cow, so this is a good quality leather. So here's what happens when you get a poor quality belt, right? You see, this one actually says, I don't know if you can see it, but it says genuine leather, but this is corrected grain leather. So what it is leather coated with something, and that coating is what peels off. Okay, so this is not full grain aniline leather. And so basically, if you get a belt like this one, where it just says handcrafted in China, I'm sorry, this says synthetic leather, so this is even worse. This is really not leather, okay? So, but there's a lot to leather. I guess if you watch the Leather Talk video, you'll find out just all leathers you can't put in one category and say they're the same. But anyway, here's the one from the Good Belt Shown, Johnston & Murphy belt. It's holding up beautifully. So, by the way, this one does say, what does it say right there? Aniline kipskin shoulders. Kipskin is a cow that's older than a calf but younger than an adult, and that's common on belts. So this is the one that I shortened in that video. And here's like a more of expensive belt. This is about a $100 belt I bought from Tickner's. I got it on sale. And this one as well says aniline kipskin. Okay. And so anyway, there's a few different examples shown. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully that, you know, showed you how to care for things. So basically all I did was, first I used the Saphir Renovateur, and this is a mink oil based lotion. That really brought most of the color back. I probably could have used a darker color, which I just don't have it. You know, I'm building up my stock of Saphir polishes. So this is the Saphir cream polish, okay? And this one is actually the light brown color. Like I said, darker color would have been better, but it did the job. And then I also used the Tanner's Blend leather cleaner and conditioner, and this is again what they actually use. This is actually what they use at the Horween Leather Company on the new leather. So here's the belt paired with a nice sport coat and the same, you know, little short turtleneck shirt, I guess a knit shirt that I was wearing, and a pair of nice athletic cut jeans. And hopefully you can see the shoes here, right? So this is just a cheap pair of brown Bostonian loafers, but I'm just taking a couple of the pair of shoes that actually match the belt. And here they are with a pair of Johnston & Murphy Aristocraft Oxfords. I know it's hard to get everything in the shot here, right? Okay, so I think it's just a great way to, you know, improve the looks. High quality belt, matching shoes. Ah, looks great. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. God bless and take care.